Then there comes the next point, point number 90, the saying of Imam al-Barbahari rahimahullah, وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ قال ستفترق أمتي على 73 فرقة كلها في النار إلا واحدة وهي الجماعة. قيل من هم يا رسول الله؟ قال ما أنا عليه اليوم وأصحابي. And know that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, my nation will divide into 73 sects. All of them shall be in the fire except one, and it is the Jama'ah, the united body upon the truth. It was said, who are they, O Messenger of Allah? He said, that which I and my companions are upon today. Before moving on, then the reference for this is its hadith reported by Tirmidhi as hadith 2641, and by Al-Hakim, and by others, Al-Lalikai in as-Sunnah, and by others besides, from a hadith of Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As radiyallahu anhuma. And Shaykh Fawzan mentioned that this hadith is Hasan. It has supporting narrations for this wording, this final wording, and declared it Hasan. Shaykh Fawzan, hafidhahullah, he said in explanation, his saying, وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ قال ستفترق أمتي على 73 فرقة كلها في النار إلا واحدة وهي الجماعة. And you should know that Allah's Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم said, my nation will divide into 73 sects, all of them in the fire except one, and it is al-Jama'ah, the united body upon the truth. Shaykh Fawzan said, Allah the Majestic and Most High commanded us to unite, to be from ijtima', to unite upon the truth, to unite upon the truth. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Surah Ali Imran, the third surah, ayah 103, with the explanation, and cling together to the rope of Allah, and do not separate. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ فَرَّقُوا دِينَهُمْ وَكَانُوا شِيَعًا لَسْتَ مِنْهُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ إِنَّمَا أَمْرُهُمْ إِلَى اللَّهِ ثُمَّ يُنَبِّئُهُمْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَفْعَلُونَ. Surah Al-An'am, the sixth surah, ayah 159, with the explanation. Those who split up their religion and become sects, you are free of them. You have nothing to do with them. Their affair is just with Allah. Then He will inform them of what they used to do. وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا وَاخْتَلَفُوا مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَهُمُ الْبَيِّنَاتِ وَأُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ. Surah Ali Imran, the third surah, ayah 105, with the explanation. And do not be like those who split and differed after the clear signs had come to them. And they are the ones for whom will be a tremendous punishment. Shaykh Fawzan said, so He forbade us from splitting, and He commanded us with uniting and with adhering, with clinging on to the Book of Allah and the Sunnah of His Messenger. So He said, وَأَنَّ هَذَا صِرَاطِي مُسْتَقِيمًا فَاتَّبِعُوهُ وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا السُّبُلَ فَتَفَرَّقَ بِكُمْ عَنْ سَبِيلِهِ. Surah Al-An'am, the sixth surah, ayah 153, with the explanation. And this is my straight way, so follow it, and do not follow the divergent paths, for they will lead you, they will split you and lead you away from His path. Shaykh Fawzan said, so it is not permissible to split and differ on account of desires, or on account of taqleed, blindly following fathers and forefathers, or as a result of blindly following the Jews and the Christians. Differing is not permissible in the matters of aqeedah, creed and belief, and in the fundamentals of the religion. Rather, it is obligatory to agree and to be united with regard to it. Well, it's obligatory to agree and to unite upon it. As for differing in matters of fiqh, in issues of fiqh, then this occurs. However, it is obligatory to refer, or it is obligatory to return and refer back to those sayings which the proof establishes. I mean, even in matters of fiqh, differences occur, no doubt. However, even there, it is obligatory to refer those sayings, to refer back to those sayings which the proof establishes. He, the Most High, said, فَإِن تَنَازَعْتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ إِن كُنتُمْ تُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ وَأَحْسَنُ تَأْوِيلًا. Surah An-Nisa, the 4th Surah, Ayah 59, with the explanation. So if you dispute about anything, then refer it back to Allah and to the Messenger. Refer it back to the Book of Allah and the Sunnah of His Messenger. If you truly believe in Allah and in the Last Day, that is better and finer in its outcome. Shaykh Fawzan said, therefore, ikhtilaf, differing in Aqidah, creed and belief, is not permissible. Because Aqidah, creed and belief is tawqifiyya, reliant upon text. It is not a place for ijtihad, scholarly deduction. But as for the matters of fiqh, the issues of fiqh, and istinbat, deduction of rulings, then in that case, each one of the people in that matter, each one of the people of knowledge who are suitable to perform ijtihad can strive to deduce rulings. And they may differ in their outlooks. However, they should not just remain upon their differing. Rather, they should refer back to the Book of Allah and the Sunnah of His Messenger. So whoever has proof, then they should follow him and take his saying and leave their own opinions. This is the position of the people of the Sunnah and the Jama'ah. And this is what the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam guided us to, what he directed us to. As for our saying, leave the people and let everyone have his own opinion. And the differing of the nation is a mercy, as they say, the Shaykh said. As for these two sayings here, leave the people, let everyone have his own opinion. And differing of the nation is a mercy, as they say. Then we say, هذا باطل, this is false and futile. Allah the Majestic and Most High says, وَلَا يَزَالُونَ مُخْتَلِفِينَ إِلَّا مَنْ رَحِمَ رَبُّكَ. Surah Hud, the 11th Surah, ayahs 118 to 119, with the explanation. And they will continue to disagree, except for those whom your Lord has mercy upon. And they will continue disagreeing, except for those whom your Lord has mercy upon. Shaykh Fawzan said, so his saying, إِلَّا مَنْ رَحِمَ رَبُّكَ, إِلَّا مَنْ رَحِمَ رَبُّكَ, the explanation, except for those whom your Lord has mercy upon, indicates that those whom Allah has mercy upon do not differ. And that differing is a punishment, adhab, and it is not a mercy, a rahmah. Mercy is for those who do not differ. Then he said, and if they do differ, then they refer back to the book and the sunnah, and they take what is correct, and they leave what is mistaken, what is wrong. This is the way of the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. But as for each one remaining upon his own opinion, and what so and so said, and so, then this is not the way of the Muslims. This is the way of the Ahlul Ahwa, of the innovated sects, and the people of Shahawat, the followers of desires. They search for whatever sayings will conform to their desires, and whatever will conform to what they want, and whatever differs with their desires, they abandon it. Even if the Imam whom they say that they take his saying says it, anything that goes against what they actually want, they reject it, even if it's from an Imam that they claim to be following. They say we follow his sayings. Meaning, they do not accept from the sayings of the Imams and the scholars except what is in accordance with their desires. And as for what contradicts their desires, then they reject it. So this is a proof that they are just following their own desires. Whatever conforms with their desires, they accept it, and whatever is contrary to their desires, they abandon it. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. And there is no movement and no ability except with the aid of Allah. He said, and this is what is called out to now. This is what is called to nowadays in the newspapers and magazines and meetings and conferences, mostly, and upon the channels. They promote disagreement, and they say we are just making things open and easy for the people. Shaykh Fawzan said, with what are we making things open and easy for the people? With abandonment of the book and the Sunnah, and with going along with sayings whose people are not secure from error. Those who make errors sometimes and are correct sometimes. Whereas they, meaning the Imams of the past, they forbade us from taking their sayings, except what accords with the proof. They forbade us from taking their sayings which run contrary to the proof. So this is a matter which it is obligatory to be aware of, because the people today have been put to trial on account of those people who confuse things for the people. And he said, so he's saying, وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ قال ستفترق أمتي على 73 فرقة كلها في النار إلا واحدة. And you should know that Allah's Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم said, my nation will split into 73 sects, all of them will be in the fire except one. Shaykh Fawzan said, this hadith is authentic when its chains of narration are gathered, and its many narrations. And the Imams report it in their works and speak in praise of it. And actual circumstances testify to its truth. So he, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, informed that this nation of Muhammad will split into 73 sects. And these are the major fundamental sects. And there are actually more than these sects. These are the usul, these are the major fundamental sects. These are major, the 72 here being referred to are the major underlying ones from which others branch off. He said, all of them will be in the fire, meaning the 72. All of them will be in the fire, except for one. And it is the 73rd one, which is that which is upon the like of what the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions were upon. So it is what will be saved from the fire, and therefore they are called al-firqatun najiyah, the saved sect, and they are called ahlus sunnah wal jama'ah, the people of the sunnah and the jama'ah, the united body upon the truth. And whatever is beside them, then they are opposers to the truth, under the threat of the hellfire. So from them, from the 72, so from them will be those who enter the fire on account of disbelief, kufr. And from them will be those who enter the fire on account of fisq, evil doing. And from them will be those who enter the fire on account of ma'asiyah, sin, disobedience. They are not all the same with regard to the entering the fire. So it is not to be taken from this hadith that these sects, all of them, are disbelievers. He's saying, وَهِيَ الْجَمَاعَةِ, and it is the jama'ah, the united body. Shaykh Fawzan said, Al-Jama'ah, the united body, is whoever is upon the truth, even if it is a single person. This is the Jama'ah, the united body. As for Al-Kathra, as for being numerous on its own, just merely a group being numerous, then this on its own does not indicate the truth. He the Most High said, وَإِن تُطِعْ أَكْثَرَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّوكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. Surah Al-An'am, the 6th surah, ayah 116, with the explanation. And if you were to obey most of those upon the earth, they will lead you astray from the path of Allah. And He the Most High said, وَمَا أَكْثَرُ النَّاسِ وَلَوْ حَرَصْتَ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. Surah Yusuf, the 12th surah, ayah 103, with the explanation, and most of mankind, even if you eagerly wish, will not be believers. وَمَا وَجَدْنَا لِأَكْثَرِهِمْ مِنْ أَحَدٍ وَإِنْ وَجَدْنَا أَكْثَرَهُمْ لَفَاسِقِينَ. Surah Al-A'raf, the 7th surah, ayah 102, with the explanation, we have not found most of them to be true to their covenant. We have found most of them to be disobedient ones. Shaykh Fawzan said, so being numerous is not what is counted. What is counted is those who are upon the truth, even if they are few in number, even if it is a single person, then he will be the Jama'ah, the body upon the truth. He finished by saying, he's saying, قِيلَ مَنْ هُمْ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ قَالْ مَا أَنَا عَلَيْهِ الْيَوْمُ وَأَصْحَابِي. He said, he's saying, it was said, who are they, O Messenger of Allah? He said, that which I and my companions are upon today. Shaykh Fawzan said, this is the correct path. That which the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions were upon, those who are upon that which the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions were upon, that is the Jama'ah. They are the Jama'ah, the united body upon the truth.